Does everybody deserve a second chance? Now we know that it's essential that you process your emotions correctly. I feel like more often than not, though, like sometimes it's the trauma bond that actually help keep people together in a drama relationship.
Mhm.
How do you guys feel about does everybody deserve a second chance, even if it's like to a limitation?
No.
That's a good question.
I'll say no. I'll start it off by saying no. I don't think everyone deserves a second chance because not every situation deserves a second chance. Like,
Mhm.
depending on where I'm at in life, if my significant other steps out on me, I don't think I could, just forgive her and move past it. That might just be the end of it. And that would just be the end of it, in the discussion, and that can go for another thing, lying about certain things, so yeah, no, I would say no.
I think it all depends on the situation and
Mm.
the person that you're
Yeah.
dealing with. Really, I would agree with Mel too. I would also say no that everybody doesn't, but I also feel like it depends on how bad the situation was and what they did in that situation that could make you consider like them giving them a second chance. Sometimes people do things that they regret. Uh, it wasn't in their best time of life, whatever. Made a mistake. Yeah, you can see why you would give them a second chance, but then there's other times where they do something just so blatantly evil that it's just like, nah, you can't forgive that, or you can forgive that, but you can't forget it, and you never really give them a second chance. You never let them back in your life. So it all depends on the situation. For me, in my opinion, I feel like it depends on the situation, how bad the situation really is.
Man, I so it's like all right. So to a degree, I'm right there with you, Mel. Like you step out, it's a wrap, right? And then I'm like, damn, I'm thinking about all this time we invested. I'm thinking about, damn, I gotta get to know somebody else. I'm like, yo, I'm like, this is it. This is it. Like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing. I don't have the. I don't have the mental capacity. I don't have the time. Like, and then it's like, damn, like all the time, all the effort. That love just don't go away like that. Would I be willing to? And then it's like, especially if we got kids involved, it's like, damn, like, would I be willing to work at it? The only thing is, if I'm willing to work at it, and I don't
Mhm.
know this about myself, if I'm willing to work at it, can I not be petty? Can I not be
Mhm.
petty? Because if I'm petty and I'm antagonizing you, and I'm like throwing jabs and I'm throwing shots, and we know women are great at throwing jabs and throwing shots. Like if
Mhm.
I'm trying to work on, like if I was the one who cheated and I'm trying to work on it, like you can't be antagonizing me and I'm clearly trying to work it out. You know what I'm saying? So like if we go into therapy and it's working, um, do you have that thought in your mind like it's 9 o'clock? I wonder where his ass at. Or I come in from work and you questioning my location. Was you really there? So it's like the therapy and everything could help, but would it ever get back to that
Yeah.
solid
Yeah.
relationship that it once was, you know? And that's tough, man, because only time
Yeah.
and you can't rush time. You
No.
can't rush experience.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. That's a tough call, man. Like we can acknowledge it and we can apologize for it, but only truly time will tell if we recognize our mistakes and we can, reconcile. I remember it was like some tweets that came up from my boy Mark Warburg. And it was like how he used to like beat up Jewish kids and he used to mess with the black kids. And I had no idea of this. And
Mhm.
then some old tweets, or was it some old tweets, or what, I think it was some old stories that came up. And he was like, he was sorry for everything. And he that was a different time and it was a different him. And it was a situation like I was like, damn, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel like, that's some racist shit that he did. people do change,
Right.
but then so it's tough. And then I really like him as an actor, you know. So it's tough, man. I don't know. It's tough, man. And I could use a few more examples.
Yeah, Bieber got one that I can never forget. I ain't gonna lie, Bieber. I wish you could probably edit it into this episode, but there's one where he's singing and he's saying the N word, like it's one less lonely N word. Like I don't know why he's saying it.
One less lonely. There's gonna be one less. If I kill you, I'll be part of the KKK. Then there'll be one less lonely. There's gonna be one less lonely.
What the context behind it was, but yeah. And as much as I like Bieber, I like Justin Bieber music, but I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I was like, damn. Every time I hear his music, I still kind of think of that. No disrespect, Bieber. I probably shouldn't even have said that. Man, probably could edit that one out. But anyway,
now but listen,
it's all wax though. It's all wax.
It's things that people do, like it's whether it's athletes, engineers, doctors, lawyers, musicians, like it's certain people who I really, really, really rock with. Certain people I really rock with. And I can't even hold you, man. When the situation came out about Fab, I was like, yo, I felt like he let me down, bro. I was like,
that was tough.
You never supposed to be involved in something like that, let alone have somebody get footage of you doing all of that. Now, I'm not saying is your personal life is your personal life. It's nothing about being perfect. Yeah. But that footage was just like, you threatening her pops, like, and then you knocked her. Like, it took me. So I would say this. Before that incident, I was rocking with Fab 1,000,000%. I used to play Fab maybe like 1,000,000 times in a week. Mm-hmm. After that, I didn't completely shut him down, but it trimmed down to like 100 times a week. I couldn't completely shut it down though, because like that's my dude. I rock with Fab. I don't know, like, and then I look at like other like Jada, like he always been a stand-up dude. He never let his character come into question, no matter what it is. And that's tough to do, but he just doing what he do. Like you never hear him getting caught up in those scandal or nothing like that. I think the most we ever heard about scandal-wise was like when he had threw the refrigerator or chairs at like Diddy or something like that. But like for the most, like he never put himself in a situation where you question his character, man. And I think that's such a stand-up thing because it's like, yo, you can have one viral clip, and that clip gonna be with you forever.
I mean, one moment doesn't necessarily define who you are.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
But it's just like
like
you have to live with it, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta live with it.